Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler platter series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there to try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff that, folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I hope this is tasty, and I have every reason to believe it will be. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get Beer Can Thunderbolt poster. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I am doing something else. What is it? It just so happens to be, boom, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for today? Happens to be my, boom again, my Born of Osiris shirt. Really like this shirt. It's a cool design. But what is Born of Osiris? Born of Osiris, they are a Illinois progressive metal band. I ran into these guys almost a year ago now. They did a Christmas show. And I actually was there more for one of the other bands, but, you know, I'm there for every band whenever I go to a show. I always like to see what's going on. And it was one of those things where I'd done a little research on Born of Osiris, because, like, I'd certainly heard the name, but I had no idea that they were actually from my home state of Illinois. That got me more interested, and then I started digging into their discography a little bit and really enjoying it. So by the time I actually got to the show, I was like, holy shit, yes, this is even better. They put on a phenomenal show, so much so I actually got videos of their performance. Those are on my channel as well, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction, because, folks, I think they're an incredible band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, I have every reason to believe that this will be good, because everything I've had from this company so far has been good, including the review I just did. So, what is it? It happens to be, boom, from Golden Krust, Jamaican style jerk chicken patty. Ooh, okay. So I have reviewed a few items from Golden Krust. I reviewed their beef patties, and I just got through reviewing their normal chicken patty, right? But this is their jerk chicken patty, which has me super excited. And I've even done a comparison video. And if you're unfamiliar with the Jamaican style patties, they're like a pastry with like some sort of meat on the inside. And yeah, cat hair. I knew them really just as like the beef patty thing, but then when I started going to the store, I saw, hey, they do other stuff. So I was like, neato cabito. So let's open it up. That famous Golden Krust. It's very pretty. And then, ooh, it's very hot. Should have left it to cool just a little bit longer. Oh God, it looks so warm. Stop being so warm. It looks like this, and we're kind of ha 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 ha. Let's go ahead and let's try out the jerk chicken version. I always start from the top corner, because that's the part that has the least amount of filling. It's one where you're tasting the crust the most. And as I mentioned in previous reviews, I really like the crust of the Golden Krust. It has a nice, almost buttery kind of taste to it. And it tastes way better than something like, you know, the pastry that you're going to get on, you know, something like a Hot Pocket or something like that. You know, it's just, it's weird to say it has a more honest kind of flavor. You know, it doesn't feel as manufactured. And there is like a whole, like, you know, family history to this brand and everything. I didn't read the thing this time, but there is, trust me. But I do like the crust. I do wish it was a little bit more filled. I'm just going to say that, but let's get into the meat of it, literally and figuratively. It's a might bit hot still. Okay. Okay. Getting a little bit of that jerk seasoning, that jerk flavor. Okay. It's interesting because the chicken one, if you want my full review, go check out the video. But one of the things I liked about it was it reminded me, the taste kind of reminded me of like a chicken curry. So I was interested to see how much, was this going to be a similar thing or what have you. And there's some slight elements to it, but definitely not all that similar. Um, and yeah, it's kind of, you can see, it's almost like it's just a paste, like it's like ground up and mixed in with the seasonings and stuff. A lot of flavor. The beginning of it almost reminds me of like kind of a sort of a chili sort of flavor, I guess would be the best way to put it. And then about halfway through, that's when you get more of like the jerk seasoning. And as I make that motion, of course, uh, that's where the that Jamaican jerk kind of starts to come through a little bit more. Uh, it's got a little heat to it, not a lot. In fact, I'd almost say maybe a little bit less than the normal chicken one, maybe. But it is like a back of your throat kind of heat. It's not crazy spicy, but like it's noticeable. Um, but it's nice. It's really filling, very flavorful. I think it works really well with the crust itself. Uh, I do like it, but I'm not gonna. I really expected this one to be really kind of one of my favorites, but right now I'm gonna say that I feel like it's kind of the lesser of the ones that I've had. But two questions have to be asked: would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, caveat. Yes, caveat. So here's the thing: out of the beef patties, or out of the patties that I've had from Golden Krust so far, all of them are really nice and flavorful. All of them work really well. The crust is really nice. Definitely like a big step up from, again, something along the lines of your hot pockets and such. But here's the thing that kind of diminishes this one a little bit for me. I was expecting more jerk flavor from it. Like there's definitely an essence to it. And mind you, I am not in any shape or form an expert on jerk flavoring or anything like that. But I've had jerk seasoning on stuff, and you know, um, yeah, I was expecting it. Like there's a lot of flavor, but I was expecting more of that punchy jerk kind of aspect. And I don't know. It felt more, again, kind of almost a chili kind of flavor, and then you do get some of the jerk seasoning, but like I don't know. I just didn't feel like that vibrant jerk flavor that I was personally looking for and hoping for. Whereas with like the beef patty, I think the beef patty is still probably my overall favorite. But even the chicken patty, just the normal chicken patty, I really like that. Like I said, it had sort of a chicken curry thing going on. With this, it's not that it's bad, it's just didn't quite meet my expectation. And that's just expectation versus reality. It's still a nice product. It's still tasty in its own right. But I think for me, I don't know that I would get it again. I would get it again, but it would be the lesser of the ones. It would be the one that I get the least often, just because in my head, again, I want that punchiness, and I don't feel like it quite delivered in that regard. Still tasty, and that's why I would still get it again, but here and there. And if I'm recommending it, same general premise. Like it's a nice thing. There's nothing bad about it at all. But, and again, maybe this is just me being, look at me, I'm super suburban white guy. Um, Maybe it's just me being ignorant, but it's like, at least the instances I've had where I've had, again, jerk seasoning, jerk flavoring and stuff, I've really enjoyed, just how oomph it is. And I kind of feel like I'm not alone in that. And I do feel like that if that's what you're going into expecting, you might be let down. But it's not bad, and it's certainly worth trying. I will say that much. If nothing else, if you enjoy the other flavors, absolutely try this one. But I do kind of feel like this is one they could tweak a little bit, improve upon. But maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly jerk chicken-tastic rest of your life. I want some proper jerk chicken. I've only had proper jerk chicken one time. And unfortunately, that restaurant isn't there anymore. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, the thing for me is I'm going to finish my patty that I was eating. Then I'm going to go over there and I'm going to cut up some cucumbers for my adorable hamsters because I just heard one of them popping her head out. So I'm going to give them a nice little cucumber treat. But hopefully, you have something awesome that you can go over there and do with your time as well. And even better if you go over there and have adorable pets and friends. Anyway,